Welcome to this new and special edition of the Queer God Squad. We are the coolest pastors you will ever meet.
Faith and religion can be complicated for the LGBTQ plus community. Surveys show that evangelical faith is a justification for the greatest attacks on the LGBTQ plus community.
So, the Queer God Squad is going to explore our religious community, explore the big news of the day and what it means to you. And we are going to explore if we can find some places that help heal the pain and hurt religion can be responsible for. We know you're going to find some hope, peace, and fun in our conversation.
It's 3 p.m. and the Queer God Squad is broadcasting daily.
This is live, and then we are available on demand.
We are available on all smart televisions, including Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, Amazon Fire TV, YouTube, and Facebook. In the entire world, nothing like this has ever existed for the LGBTQ plus community before.
I am Reverend Dr. Darrell Watkins, the senior minister here at Sunshine Cathedral.
I am Reverend Dr. Robert Griffin, the executive minister here at the Sunshine Cathedral.
I am the Reverend Kevin Tisdall, the minister of education at Sunshine Cathedral.
Radical GOP and evangelicals have launched a culture war on our LGBTQ plus community. They want to push you back in the closet. We're not going.
At Sunshine Cathedral, we are here to tell you that you are God's miracle, not God's mistake. Our commitment in partnering with Happening Out Television Network and Queer News Tonight is to give the LGBTQ plus faith community this voice for hope, for change, that you are not alone.
Happening Out Television Network is a 501c3 nonprofit media platform in the television and radio model of PBS and NPR, but designed for our LGBTQ plus community. The Queer God Squad is part of one of the largest LGBTQ plus media companies in America, Hotspot Magazine and Happening Out Television Network.
Our mission is to support the 10 pillars of the LGBTQ plus community, including the Black community, Latino, lesbian and queer women, trans, students and youth, seniors, HIV/AIDS healthcare, social justice, business, and our 10th pillar is faith. Help us support our LGBTQ plus community.
This is the Sunshine Cathedral Perspective. New survey shows Americans put more focus on hobbies than religion. A new Gallup survey shows that as the value Americans place on religion has declined over the last 2 decades, an increasing share of the society now ranks community activities, hobbies or recreational activity, money, friends, and health as extremely or very important priorities in their lives, while family maintain its rank as the highest priority of all. The results of the survey conducted between June 1 and June 22 with a random sample of 1,013 adults living in all 50 U.S. states and the District of Columbia show that 96% of Americans ranked their family as extremely or very important. The same share of Americans ranked their family as extremely or very important using data from a survey conducted between 2001 and 2002. More than half of Americans now say community activities and hobbies or recreational activities are now extremely or very important to them. But more than 20 years ago, this was not the case. The data showed that only 32% of Americans said community activities were extremely important at the end of the survey period, 2002. But in 2023, that share jumped to 55%, reflecting a 23% increase in how Americans value community activities. This was the largest increase in any priority highlighted in the survey. Well, I say go party more. Life is too short. Get out there and enjoy it, and just do what you need to do to take care of yourself and do it. I think we have come out of an extreme natural disaster period time, and I think it's time for us to further re-engage into things that gives us life, that gives us hope, that gives us inspiration, and that reflects more of who we want to be in society and what we want to do in our own personal lives. If it's individually or if it's family, lean into it.
Yes.
I think religion is a hobby for some people. It's just something to do once in a while. Christmas, Easter, High Holy Days, Hanukkah. It's just something you do. It's sort of seasonal, and it brings people together, and it's the fun highlight stuff. So for some people, religion is their hobby. For some people, religion is their fetish, and they're pretty scary. And I think healthy religious communities actually offer a lot of activities, because if it's just all pray all the time, yawn. But churches do have picnics and the ice cream social and the movie night and the skating night and the pizza night, and those are pretty common, because you do need to mix it up a bit. But what I was thinking about the most about this is how family is important, right? Family is important. And how often religion hurts families. Because it's all good as long as you're all on the same page. As long as we all belong to the same Amish community, or we all go to the same Mormon ward or stake or whatever it's called. As long as we all go to the same Kingdom Hall, we all believe the same things. It's all good, isn't it? But now somebody's trans, or now somebody marries into another faith, or now somebody's divorced, or now somebody comes out as gay or bi or pan or whatever. And now people are quoting religious texts at each other about why that person's out of the family or out of God's grace or can't get to heaven or whatever. And families are destroyed by that kind of stuff. And so I wish that religion, who often does things in the name of children, in the name of the family or whatever, would actually put family first. Because if you put love and family first, then you're not going to hurt someone. You're not going to keep them out of the family because they don't fit a mold. I remember I lived in Texas for a while, Arkansas, Florida. I've lived in the southern places, right? Also lived in New York, Massachusetts, New Jersey, Maryland, which is the border. Maryland can go either way. But when I was in Texas, I knew someone who grew up in a very evangelical, very conservative home. He was gay, came out early, and his family did not take it well. And his family was not kind to him and said mean, horrible things. He had a sister that wouldn't let her children even see their uncle. And he loved those kids. And the dad would say, I just pray hours and hours and hours a day for you to be fixed and cured or whatever. The mother would quote verses at him. And he finally just snapped one day at a family gathering. I don't know why he went to these family gatherings. I would have given up long before he did. But he said, and I just think this is so true, he said, if I'm going to hell for being who I am, I deserved a family who would go with me.
Wow. That's powerful.
That says it all for me. That if it's between, I've got to choose the invisible God with the mystic text that somebody else has to tell me what it means, and what it means is hate somebody else. If I have to choose that, or my kid, or my sibling, or my nieces and nephews, or my aunt, or my uncle, guess what I'm picking? Guess what I'm picking? And I actually think that's better religion, because that's love. And any religion that doesn't boil down to love is a terribly cheap copy.
For me, it comes down to communication. We want to love our family, even if our family doesn't love us. But what we do is, and what I've learned in coming to churches like Sunshine Cathedral, is that instead of calling it family, because family is toxic to too many people, you call it community. And in that community, you are able to grow yourself and be yourself without worrying about somebody throwing a Bible verse at you. So for me, coming to a church like Sunshine Cathedral affirms that whole thing that Jesus keeps telling folk: love your neighbor. If you love your neighbor, then I'm going to guess that you love your family. But if you don't love your family, your community loves you.
And I think that's one of the things I like about the Sunshine Cathedral Square, the Sunshine Cathedral Center, is that we are a community of communities.
Yes.
This is a place that opens up as early as about 5 o'clock in the morning, and on some nights doesn't close until about 1 o'clock a.m. because our community, the community of families, however you want to define it and look at that, from Sunday service all the way through, they are coming to this place to find what they need. And I'm glad that this place exists. And I certainly am a firm believer that we stand on the shoulders of those who've gone before us, and that we are called to be good stewards of what we have been given to manage and oversee right now. And I appreciate the fact that a place like this exists, that we can come together from wherever we are and be a part of a community that is ever growing, ever changing, and also ever embracing and ever loving.
Perfect.
We are excited to tell you we are going on a cruise in the Eastern Mediterranean this fall that will include the world's major religious sites for Christians, Jews, and Muslims as we visit Athens. I love Athens. And Egypt, first time going. And Israel, I love Israel. And Ephesus, first time going. I'm excited, can you tell? And on our 3 continents cruise. And you can find out more and reserve your space at happeningout.travel/sunshine.
Join Reverend Dr. Darrell Watkins and Reverend Dr. Robert Griffin as they host more than 50 people on the Sunshine Cathedral 13-day cruise tour to 3 continents. From just $13.99, you'll visit Athens and cruise to Egypt and the Giza Plateau to see the Great Pyramid, Sphinx, and brand new Egyptian National Museum with King Tut exhibit. Then to Israel for Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. Don't miss the most important Christian UNESCO site in the world, located in Turkey, and the 3,000-year-old city of Ephesus. You also cruise the Med for Rhodes in the Greek Isles and Cyprus. A farewell at the Acropolis makes this a never-before combination of historic sites, a must-do cruise. It's all turnkey inclusive, and a bar is available, all transfers, escorts, hotels, and more. Go to happeningout.travel/sunshine for complete details.
Would you like to join the Queer God Squad on a special winter cruise in 2024? Well, now you can. You will visit Cozumel, Mexico, Grand Cayman, and Ocho Rios. And you can even add an open bar and Wi-Fi. Join us by going to happeningout.travel/sunshine.
Join the Queer God Squad and Sunshine Cathedral for a wonderful Caribbean cruise on the brand new Ultra Deluxe MSC Seascape. The 8-day cruise starts at just $399 plus government taxes. Sail February 10th, 2024 from Miami to Ocean Cay MSC Marine Reserve, the world's best private island. You'll also visit Cozumel, Mexico, Grand Cayman, and Ocho Rios. Join us on an 8-day Caribbean cruise. This winter cruise will be the perfect getaway and an opportunity to support Sunshine Cathedral as a beneficiary. The trip is affordable for all, as you can make a reservation on this cruise for just $1, just a buck, to confirm your reservation, and then there's a $99 interest-free monthly payment plan, so it's easy on your pockets. What's more, there's also a free open bar and Wi-Fi program when you pay for just 1 day, $25 transfers to and from the Miami Pier, and an exclusive onboard entertainment program for Sunshine Cathedral guests. This cruise will be a perfect winter getaway for you. Join us by going to happeningout.travel/sunshine.
That's today with the Queer God Squad. We want to thank you for joining us. We are here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and talk about what our LGBTQ+ community is talking about.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's largest progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together. And we are all in this together. Remember that.
You are God's miracle, not God's mistake.
Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad. Goodbye.
Bye.